Hi everyone. Today we are going to learn how to draw a tree inspired by Gustav Klimt's Tree of Life. This was a painting that he painted in the year 1905. It is considered a landscape painting, and a landscape painting is anything that you might see of the outdoors, representing something that is outside. In this case, it is a tree, and this is just some close-up snippets of one that I drew. You see the line here, the horizon line where the sky meets the ground, and my tree is overlapping the horizon line, and the branches are twisting and turning up towards the sky. So I'm going to show you how we're going to draw that. I'm using a piece of paper that is wider than it is tall for my tree. And I'm going to be showing you how to create this so that we have a horizon line, and so we have some spiraling branches. I'm using black paper and a metallic marker. If you don't have these things, you can just use regular drawing paper. I know if you have gel pens, that can be a fun thing to use for this, or if you just want to use a regular crayon or marker, that's fine too. Anything you have, really. And you can always practice in pencil and then try again with marker or trace over with marker. So what I'm going to be doing first is I'm just going to draw my horizon line. And my horizon line, again, is the line where the sky meets the ground. So I'm just going to draw that horizontal line across my page. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Once you have that, we're going to start to draw a tree trunk so that it's overlapping that line that we just drew. And for that, you can draw sort of curving in slightly and then straight up. And then eventually our branches will curve out. So I just started to curve my line out a little. And I'll do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to draw up, then curve out just slightly. Okay, great. And the first thing I'm going to do is just make my roots. So for that, I'm going to be just extending that line a little bit. They can twist and turn if you want them to, and then they'll just come back up. I have another one, maybe this one reaches this way, and then I'll come right back up. Maybe I have some that are overlapping each other. And if you're overlapping, you kind of draw a ghost line so that you don't actually see those lines on top of each other. And then I'll finish my last tree root on that side. And so I have some roots on my ground. Great. The next thing I'm going to do is start to add my branches. And for my branches, I'm going to have them be long and kind of extend towards the edge of my paper. And when I get near the edge of my paper, I'm going to start to spiral it in. And then watch what I do. I'm going to go back the other way. I want to stay on the inside of that spiral so I end above it. If it's easier for you, you can start on top of that line that you already drew, and then you can come back around towards your spiral and connect it. Notice as I get toward the end of the spiral, it gets skinnier. Great. So I have one branch there, and then I'm going to kind of build off of that. So I'm going to build another branch that goes up. Oops, can't see that. So it just goes up and back around, and then the other part of that branch. Okay. And then I'll have another one on this side. And then I think I'll have one more coming up this way. Okay, so once you have some branches there, you can start to add more branches off of these. So these will be skinnier branches. They'll also spiral. Maybe they'll overlap each other. And my branches are actually just going to be completely colored in with this metallic Sharpie. So I'm not too worried about when I draw overlapping. So if they go like this, it's okay if I just draw through there because it'll be colored in. And one thing about Gustav Klimt, when he drew his trees, and any of his paintings really, he was deeply into symbolism. That means when he drew something, it was representing a thought or a feeling. And with this tree in particular, the tree of life, it is said to be representing how life can sometimes be complicated. And we're drawing all these twisting and turning branches because, sometimes life takes some unexpected twists and turns. Also, notice how my branches are often reaching up towards the sky. That is symbolizing how in life we are always growing. We're always reaching up high towards bigger and better things despite life's complexities. So as you are drawing your branches, just continue to think about how you might add them so that they are twisting and turning, overlapping, and filling them in. We are going to be talking about how we can add details to our tree next time. So hang on to this drawing, and next time we'll be adding some more symbolism. We'll be nesting things into our branches and then painting or drawing shapes and patterns on top of our tree. So just work on drawing your tree and then filling it in. All right. Well, I can't wait to see what your trees look like. I hope you guys have fun with this. Have a great rest of your day.